We are inside a month away from the finish of the school year, and at Sullivan East, there are tons of events happening over the course of the next month. You've got tonight, for example, Battle of the Bands is going on right now. Spring Homecoming is tomorrow. You've got class night. You've got graduation all coming up, and there's a prom in there too. And we'll help you keep track of all of that here on Patriot Focus. Now, tomorrow is the Spring Homecoming. I mentioned earlier, it's in with the baseball game as the Patriots play Westridge tomorrow at 5 o'clock. There are going to be lots of food trucks around. The clubs around the school, the student organizations, will be doing some fundraising as well. And I'll be there to help announce the fact that Patriot football will be on 790 The Fan and 93.7 FM this fall starting in August. So we'll have a little setup going there tomorrow during the Spring Homecoming, and I'll get to watch the game for a change instead of talk through it like I usually do. So we'll have more information on when our next broadcast for Patriot Baseball is a little bit later on down the line here on Patriot Focus. Coming up for you here in a bit, we're going to talk about the Acting and Forensics Department at East High School coming up next here on Patriot Focus on 790 The Fan. Coming up on Patriot Focus tomorrow, we have the Atlanta Braves. They're going to be playing the Philadelphia Phillies, coverage starting at 5:25 here on 790 The Fan. Now here's Mr. 40-foot putt, Andy Hare, who I guess should have been at the Masters last week. We're going to talk about some acting and forensics at East High School here on 790 The Fan.
Joining me today are three champions, recently crowned champions, the best of what they do in our region, and they're going to go on and try to show the whole state how great they are. I'm going to let them introduce themselves and who they are and what grade they're in.
I'm Regan Smith, and I'm a senior at Sullivan East High School.
I'm Val Velazquez, and I'm a junior at Sullivan East High School.
I'm John Green, and I'm a junior at Sullivan East High School.
That's fantastic. And let me ask you, Regan, what did you win?
So me and John Green, we got first place in duet acting at our forensics competition.
Yeah, so forensics, we're not talking about CSI Miami or something. No, we're talking about theater. We're talking about performing arts is what we're doing. So the Tennessee High School Speech and Drama League had their regional competition this past weekend at Milligan, right? Yeah, and the duet acting piece, these two were the regional champions, and we'll get to go compete the state, right?
Yes, and it's very exciting to go to state. I hope we win.
Yeah, I think we will. I don't see why we wouldn't. I say the world's asking for the best. The Sullivan East graduates, what they're going to get, so they're getting ready to see it live. We also have another award winner here, and that's Val. Val, what did you win?
I won Best Actor in all of District 5.
Best Actor. That's really cool. And you were acting in what?
The one-act play, Mind Over Matt.
Yeah. And your role was what in that?
I was the jock, Butch.
Butch? Okay. That's what a great actress she is. I never would have pictured her being Butch in this show, but she did a great job. It was wonderful. Mind Over Matt. Now, we've done the full-length play here before. Were you in high school when we did that?
I wasn't actually in high school. I came and saw it as an 8th grader.
Okay.
And when y'all did the full-length version, and then I watched them do the one-act version the year after that for forensics. So I've seen all of the versions of this play.
All right. So what made you all pick that?
Peggy's always really, really liked this play, so I know that was kind of like a little bit like we just wanted to review it. We thought we had the right people to play the roles very well.
Yeah, so tell us the background. What is it about?
So Mind Over Matt is like Inside Out. It's a bunch of like emotions, like the character's emotions just inside Matt's head pretty much that help control him in his everyday life. So
the perspective from a boy.
Yeah.
And what emotions he's feeling. Yeah. Was that hard for you girls to understand?
Well, my character didn't really play a part in his emotions, thankfully. I don't know how I would have went about doing that. But I think they did a very good job, considering most of his emotions were girls.
Yes. Yeah, they were. That is pretty cool.
But I think they did a very good job of playing it up as male emotions.
Yeah, that was good. It was really, really good. Well, you two, Regan, you and John, you all were in duet acting. So what does that mean, John? Tell us a little bit about what duet acting means.
Duet acting is two people who perform a 10-minute sort of skit, and they can look at each other. It's very different from another thing we have called duo, which you cannot look at each other. You can't have any sort of set pieces or props, but this one's a little more interactive.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what was your story about?
So our story, it was about these two little kids. It's called Boy Meets Girl, and they essentially fall in love is what it's supposed to be. But in the end, it ends up ending badly, and it's not. It's quite funny. It's supposed to be comedic. They portray like adult relationships as children, so it's really funny to watch because they're acting like they're little adults and they're supposed to be 5 years old, and it's really cute and funny.
It is. I think that's a great description of it. Cute and funny. It is hilarious. Now, I saw you perform it. What group was it? We got so many things going on here. I remember watching you all perform it.
We did it at the Fine Arts Festival.
That's it.
Yeah. And then we changed it up a little bit because we have the opportunity to change our pieces anytime we want. So we changed it up a little bit the day of the competition, actually. And we ended up, I think that is what got us to first place.
Yeah.
I think if we didn't have that, then we probably wouldn't be here.
When I hear that, it's pretty impressive because what I saw was spectacular. It was.
We have some very, very strong competition from these other schools. They have very, very good, talented actors and actresses. So we still get a little bit nervous. Even if we think our piece is perfect, you get nervous once you watch somebody else perform.
Oh, as always.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing when you see somebody else doing it, you're always... It does let insecurity creep in and doubt and fear, but it's not who you all are. We're not made that way. We're made with power and love and of a sound mind. So don't let that stuff creep in there. And you didn't. You adjusted and you won because of it. So great job. John, did you all write this script or how did you get this?
This was a piece we found, I believe, online.
Yeah, Peggy found it about 2 years ago, and she's had it just sitting around since, waiting for somebody to do it, and we just picked it up.
And you all have the flexibility to edit it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We can, cut things out, but we can't add anything in unless it's just, movements, but we can't add any words or anything in. It's just like a little 10-minute, or it's actually a 45-minute script that we cut down into a 10-minute script.
And that's all done by you guys, right? Yeah. John, you did that. So what did you look for to pick out what you wanted to dramatize?
Well, the biggest thing about cutting down something like that is to really find things that make sense. You're always going to keep your first scene because that's the beginning. Mm-hmm. But there are certain spots where other scenes can end a story. Scene 1 and Scene 4 were the best examples because Scene 4 was sort of the breakup situation between these two kids, and that was really a good conclusion compared to the one that was in the 45-minute version.
Yeah. No, it was a good conclusion. Did you all keep the ending? Mm-hmm. It was really funny. It was really good. Okay, so this is through forensics. What about what most of us, like myself, us common folk who... When we hear drama or theater, we're thinking of watching a play or a musical. Do you all do that as well? Val, do you?
I've been in The Sound of Music. I've been in Run for Your Money. I've been in Mind Over Matt. I've been in some other play. Snow White in the 70s.
Yeah, that was a cool one. What about you, Regan?
Okay, I've been in a lot. This is going to be a long list. So, starting off... I used to do community theater when I was younger at Lamplight Theater in Kingsport.
Oh, yeah.
I started off there, and then I moved to, in middle school, I started doing theater with Miss Pickford over there, and I did Beauty and the Beast Jr. and Willy Wonka Jr.
Yes.
And then coming here, I did Penny for Your Thoughts, which is the spin-off play of Mind Over Matt.
I was remembering that one. Because I knew there was something that I thought a lot of the people here had seen. It was Penny for Your Thoughts. That's it.
I was in that my freshman year, and then I switched to forensics after that, and I started doing the one-act plays, and we did one that was called Kodachrome, and then we did one that was called Do Not Go Gentle, and then this year we did Mind Over Matt, and then at the end of the year, I'm going to be in Clue, our new production, and I'm very excited for that.
Me too. I am so pumped about Clue. I've always liked Clue. Now, John here's no stranger to the show, and we brought him on. But then he got possessed while we were in the middle of it because there's another show he was part of. But go ahead, John. Tell us some of your roles that you've performed here at East.
Well, here at East, I was, me and Regan have been in a lot of the same stuff, Kodachrome, Do Not Go Gentle, and then junior year I started off with Beetlejuice.
Yep.
And then Mind Over Matt, and I will also be in Clue in the spring.
I can't wait. I just, when I hear Clue, it's just hilarious. It's just great. It's going to be fun. I've seen the stage play for a high school before, and I look forward to watching you all do that. But guys, if you have never been to one of these productions, you're missing out. So come out. I'm serious. You'll be like, holy cow, this is what these kids can do? Yeah, it's that great. What else are you involved in here at East? I know this forensics really takes up 90% of your time. Val, what all do you do?
School-wise, I do soccer, basketball, track. I am also in live music, but I'm not really in it. I'm more of learning piano right now. Mm-hmm. I'm in honor society, so that takes up a little bit too. Pretty much it.
You're an active kid.
I am.
That's what you're saying. Is that good?
Yeah. Love it.
Good. You realize this is the only chance you're going to get to do all these things in your life. Seize the day. And you're doing that. John, what about you? You got any other things you're involved in?
Well, I try to be involved in the chorus as well. It's hard to balance with all the theater stuff going on, but other than that, I really just focus on theater. I try to write scripts, so that's really about it for me.
So when are we going to perform one that you've written?
Maybe senior year. Maybe I can get something written, and maybe I can get it approved, and we can have a show here.
So I know somebody that can approve it. So yeah, I'd love to read one. That's good. Regan, what all have you been involved in or a part of?
Back in my freshman year, I actually used to play volleyball, but then I stopped that because of theater, because I wanted to fully move to theater, and I've been in here since, and this has been my key priority outside of schoolwork and work. I'm here 24/7.
You are, and you do a great job with it, and I'm so proud of you. And I think it's so important that people try a bunch of different things to find who they are and what their passions are. You want to continue this acting, theater, when you get older, when you get out of high school with community theater, or is this something you're wanting to literally pursue as your pathway?
I would love to do it in college. I know when I got that award, I remember John tapping me on the shoulder and be like, I'll call you when I'm up in Hollywood.
Yeah. Yeah, there's your lead actress in one of your screenplays, yeah. Oh, that's good. So you do want to continue acting?
Oh, yeah, I'd love to, yeah.
Oh, that's good. But you, Regan, or be involved in theater, so because it's more than just acting.
So actually, I plan to go to college to become a theater teacher.
Oh, okay.
To then put on plays at a high school and do exactly what Peggy does for us every day. Because I don't want to give up on it. I love theater so much, but I don't want to pursue acting per se. Because there's a lot that goes into that. So I've decided that because I also want to work with people. That's a big thing I've always wanted to do, is work with people and not be sitting in an office all day, because I couldn't do it.
No.
I really want to help younger generations come up into theater and become actors and actresses. But I also want to continue to do community theater. I've done it my whole life, and I don't think I'll stop.
And it needs people.
Yeah.
It just needs people, because it's amazing. It provides so much. And what's beautiful about it, you don't get paid.
Yeah.
But you get paid in other ways. I mean, you just do.
Yep.
So thank you for that, and I love when I hear people say, and I don't plan this with the people on the show that they want to be teachers, but most people that are on here, I got a lot of them say they want to be a teacher.
There's a lot of us in the senior class this year that are trying to become teachers. We have a lot of young educators, if you want to put it that way.
I love that, and I know some people can make that happen. Yeah, and I think it's a testament to our faculty and staff of
Yeah, the teachers here have what made me want to be a teacher. There's so many teachers here that have been here for me throughout my whole high school experience through hard times. And I feel like kids just need that, especially in this time in their life when they're literally doing everything, because it can be very stressful.
Yeah.
And they need somebody to be there for them during that time.
I say it often that a lot of our adults forget what it's like to be a teenager because it's hard. It really, really is. It's full of emotion. It's very difficult, but we're in it. And when we hire people here, we don't want to just hire people for a job. We're hiring somebody because they're answering a call, because we want you all to have that one caring, trusting adult in your life that'll help you. Because it's not just up to you or just your parents doing all the work. It's us. We're a team. We're on your all's team. Me, your parents, you, your families, all of us in this journey together. Well, I love hearing that. John, talk to me about you.
My life is acting. As soon as I did my first play, my musical, every year I'll be an actor here at Sullivan East. When I get out, Hollywood.
That's great.
To me, acting feels like the most real thing I can grasp. Just for my personal thing, because it gives you a sense of you need to learn your character, and that helps you learn people, in a sense. It helps. Social skills are amazing in acting. If it wasn't for me being an actor, I wouldn't be able to meet these great people here, and it has really been a blessing. So for me, I got family, friends, and then my third one right there, acting career, and that's what I'll do in college. I'll take theater, and by the time I'm 30, I hope I'm in Hollywood and happy and making movies.
I will not be shocked if you are. I just believe it. You believe it. You know you can do it. Go chase it, brother. Go chase it.
I will.
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate all you guys. You all do amazing things for me, for the school, for the community, but for yourselves and family as well. So thank you all for that. And always know that if you ever need anything, we're here to help, okay? Because we're on this journey together. All right. Thank you for being on the show. You're listening to Patriot Focus on 790 The Fan.
Back here on Patriot Focus, our next baseball broadcast comes up on Monday as East plays David Crockett in the next-to-last conference game at home of the 2026 season. That will be followed by Tuesday's game against Tennessee High. We'll have both of those. David Crockett at 5 o'clock Monday, Tennessee High at 6 o'clock or so, maybe a little thereafter, on Tuesday next week for the remainder of Patriot baseball broadcasts here on 790 The Fan. Time for Battle of the Bands. Here's Principal Andy Hare with more.
Okay, Mike, here we are getting ready for the Battle of the Bands here at Sullivan East High School. It's about the fourth time we've done this awesome new tradition here, and we got some great shows to put on. So we're going to get started here, and I'm going to let one of the band members of one of the groups talk to you first. Brody, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Brody Fletcher. I'm the front man for the band Zuko 6, and we're going to be playing Thursday.
Yeah, well, that's right now. That's right. So, front man, what does that mean?
Usually the person that people are looking at, which I guess is kind of usually falls on the vocalist. So.
Okay, so your vocals.
Yeah.
That is so cool. That's good. I got to hear you all at the Fine Arts Festival. You're really good. And you wear red.
That's our color scheme, yeah. We all wear red. I got them to all wear red.
I like that. That was really good. I'm looking forward to it. And, we talk about the Fine Arts Festival. We talk about Battle of the Bands. And the brainchild of all this is this guy to my right. One of the two brainchildren. You are the medulla oblongata, the brainstem, and probably the cerebral cortex of this. And it's Mr. Hines.
Hey, I'm Mr. Hines, and I teach live performance and media arts and put on the Battle of the Bands every year.
And what he does, too, sometimes, guys, he just sort of sits there, and people just come to him and just, I guess, absorb his wisdom. He's a smart dude. He's a good fella, and we're glad he created this. Why did you all create this program? I'm just curious.
Well, whenever I first started teaching here, I would spend my planning period helping Mrs. Lundeen, who was the choir teacher at the time, with her bluegrass program. But the students were starting to become more interested in rockier music, which is a little bit outside of her wheelhouse. And she knew that I had been in bands since I was about 15 years old. And so I decided to help her out, and it just naturally and organically became its own program and expanded to different genres. And it has a place for a bunch of kids here. So as long as it's relevant, I plan on doing it.
It's going to be relevant for a long time. So you said you started being in a band when you were 15. So that was, what 8 or 9 years ago?
It was 20 years ago. I appreciate that.
Well, do the math. You know how old he is. And it just sort of took off, right? And again, that's what made it beautiful, was it was organic. And so, Brody, I'm going to ask you, when did you take an interest into this program, and what was it about this program that made you say, hey, I want to do this?
It was probably 8th grade when one of the first waves of it, I guess, came to our school. I just thought it was, because I wasn't super interested. That's when I first started getting into music, really. And I just thought it was interesting, that they were able to do that.
Yeah.
And I don't really know exactly why I like doing it. I think I just thought it was cool that, these people think they're cool, so maybe I'll do it. And then I started doing guitar at first. I did guitar for a little bit, and then I just didn't. I started to like vocals a lot more than guitar, because I thought that I had some more freedom with what I could do. And I thought that it's also a bit easier, I feel like, to communicate with your band when you're a vocalist than a guitarist, because usually it just I don't know. I feel like it's a lot easier.
No, I get it. That's where you connected.
I feel like I have more creative freedom, and I feel like sometimes I feel like your points are more listened to when you're a vocalist than somebody playing the instrumentals, just because it's you can tune the instruments and you can change how they sound, but you can't really change how a person sounds.
You are, that is. You are who you are. Let me ask you, those of you all in your band, when did this band become a band? Tell us the origin.
Well, the name, I came up with that last year, and it was with my friend Gray Helton. But the other people in our band didn't really like it, but I kept it because I thought it was cool. So this year,
That's good to be from
me and Gray, I was because he's my best friend, so I was like, okay, well, we're going to do it again. We're going to use this name now. That's kind of what we did, and then we got my friend Barrett Kinchelo to do guitar also, and then Jack Ostrander and Kayla, Winters, she, they kind of came in after. Jack was a little bit before the class started, because we just needed to find a drummer. We found him, and then we got him.
He's a heck of a drummer.
Yeah. He's probably the best drummer at the school, if I had to say.
I would go beyond that. The dude is amazing. You know, when he was in the marching band, they call it the jig, we do between the third and the fourth quarter. He would do it upside down, being held upside down.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's pretty. I got it on video. It's pretty cool. So what I love about this, Brody, is it's not like this is a band you all have had for years. This just, you put it together this semester, right?
It hits you pretty quick, I would say, yeah.
So what has this done for you personally to be part of this program?
I would say it's made me a bit more interested in music mostly, and I think I kind of understand, I think you can hear what's going on in songs more when you know all the instruments, I guess. But what do you mean, change for me?
Well, for example, 3 years ago, did you ever think you would be standing up in front of 400 people singing, leading a band?
No. I didn't think that 5 months ago.
Exactly. And here you are being the front man of a rock band, and it rocks. It's really good. You're really, really good. Has it helped with your overall confidence?
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't felt it has, but maybe.
Yeah, maybe it's happened just naturally. It's just how it is, because you can do this. You know how few people can or are willing to?
Well, I feel I think a lot of it is maybe genetic, but I think a lot of it is just you just have to learn how.
Learn how to do it.
I think that unless you have some sort of disability where your voice is really messed up, I feel like you can probably get it to sound pretty good.
Okay, well, so there's
a lot of bad singers that are pretty popular. So I think most people have a chance.
Well, that's hope for all of us. It may be hope for me, too. Well, thank you for that. So what have you seen, Mr. Hines, from this program for what it's done for students like Brody and others?
Well, the whole reason that I wanted to be a teacher was to give people an experience in high school that I did not have, which is feeling that you were seen and valued and that people saw more than just your face, your clothes, or their image of you. And what I think that this program does more so than anything, or at least I hope, is that it gives students an inside look into a different side of their classmates than they would have normally seen, to recognize that just because a kid is quiet in the corner doesn't mean that there's nothing to them. And it hopefully is going to create an opportunity for more kids to raise their voice and to allow themselves to be as individuated as they feel like that they can be in this moment.
I love what you said there about seeing them that it's more than just a face, more than just their clothes, just who they are. It shows different layers of the people.
Exactly.
Brody, going back to you here, I remember last year, not only for Battle of the Bands, but Fine Arts Festival. Do you remember your role, what you did? I remember it well.
Yeah, I was the MC for it, I guess is what you'd call it, yeah.
Yeah, so you were the MC, and at that point, you didn't even realize you're going to be performing in less than a year. And I do think that's so special that you get that opportunity to find your layers in a program like this. What do you want to do moving forward, not only with music, but with yourself?
Well, I'm probably going to pretty soon after live music, maybe over the summer, put together this band name, but have different members. So I want to keep the name because I like the name a lot, but not everybody will always be on board with just doing the same thing. Bringing that and maybe starting an actual band, because it really isn't that hard to get into the local scene at all, because I've seen some pretty interesting ones. I think that I'm probably going to go to college, probably ETSU if I can, and I want to be a probably not a graphic designer with Canva and stuff, but I probably will do design for companies that I like if I can ever get a job for them. Just designing stuff for their games or for their books, and so just what I think when they just tell me to draw something what I think would look cool.
Yeah.
And then showing it to them to see if they would like it.
Yeah, there's a big market for that. There really is. Communications and art and design is just a thriving industry. So music's going to be part of your future. The arts are going to be part of your future.
A lot of the kids in here are going to be art or are thinking about being music teachers. I've seen a lot of them. I love that.
I'm going to tell you, it warms my heart, and I said it in the other segment because one of the people were talking about being a theater teacher. The number of students that get to sit here tell me that they hope or one of their friends wants to be a teacher. And why that warms my heart is that's because of you guys, Mr. Hines. And we have amazing teachers here, and we've said it before that one of the number one things to help these guys is one caring, trusting adult that they can lean on, and we've got a lot of them here.
Oh yeah,
and I think that's wonderful. And you're at the top of the list, so thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Well, Brody, Mr. Hines, I look forward to a great show tonight. So thank you all for being here. All right, Mike, I'm going to send it back to you here in studio here on Patriot Focus on 790 The Fan.
That's going to do it for this edition of Patriot Focus here on 790 The Fan. We've got a few more weeks of shows coming up for you. So every Thursday at 6 o'clock, we have Patriot Focus here on 790 The Fan. Meanwhile, the Braves Clubhouse Report is coming up next, and then we'll have Predators Hockey at 8 o'clock tonight on 790 The Fan.